on picking Lone Druid Bristle. It's just that, to your point, T-Gov, Troll gives you tempo and roach taking and tower hitting and Aegis carry.
And you scale eventually, right? Timber isn't really...
You're also way more susceptible to a Spirit Fest.
It means the first team fight you want to take, you know you're going to win it. Because you only take that team fight when you have like the items you need, right? Like a Timber or whatever, it's just like you just exist. You never really play for any timing, just have your presence.
Yeah, but Secret, they've given away their support duo.
Not nearly as much damage as in that first game, though. Witch Doctor really made some of those heroes melt like butter.
Yeah.
The Bristle, the Lone Druid didn't feel nearly as strong.
I've never been a huge fan of playing Rubik into Bristleback, because if he ever gets on top of you, you're in some serious trouble.
You don't really have anything to steal from him as well.
So it's definitely a different setup. I could still see Bounty coming in. Anytime I see Coddle, you think Bounty is a possibility. But Secret will have to find different answers. No Witch Doctor, no Ember, and no Troll.
There you go.
Bounty Hunter,
we needed a while for this to happen, man, for Secret to start picking up Bounty as much. Saberlight has been doing it with NIP from...
Yeah. I'm shocked we haven't seen more of it. The hero is so good.
And
Liquid just...
Dusk, look, Dusk...
Hello?
No.
Same game?
The reasoning behind Dusk is that the hero is usually considered as one of the better Force versus Bounty Hunters. Your Force... that's one of the reasons why I mentioned Clock as well in that last game. It fits the same concept in which you are able to get on top of Bounty Hunter and he isn't able to get away from you.
But the lane isn't that scary though, because you have really high armor on Bounty. Like they mentioned during the cast in that previous game, get a casual buckler, you're sitting on like 7 to 9 armor, right?
You did watch the lane though. There were so many situations in which they can't kill him, he escapes, he gets the kill, or he was dying actually in the lane as well. A couple of times Boxy got that double kill as well, and only when Boxy rotated from that lane did Bounty Hunter really recover. So.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's still like the time and effort put into it, right? Sure, they're getting the kill, but it's not as simple as like we've gained extra.
There you go, that's profit as well.
I can't believe we're doing it. Still in the pool, man. DP against Bristle Coddle, just super solid because it's such a long-range silence. And
you can have it ganked, right?
You fear burst. Where's the burst from these three heroes?
Sight is insane.
Secret banned out this hero most than any other hero in the Pushka League so far, so they value that profit quite heavily. And
I love it with the Bounty Hunter too, because you get the move speed bonus from popping your ult now. The max move speed has been removed, and then you get track MS. So you're just running around like 500
the drums perhaps as well from Bounty. And
it's a really solid choice here.
And it's the way they've set themselves up again, because they were second pick, they can now decide where this DP is going. If they need a win condition hero, because let's say Liquid try and go up for all aggression, then they still have that with the potential DP flex. And I don't know if Secret are too crazy with their flexing, but...
I gotta say, I love what Secret have done, and again, they have the benefit of effectively knowing exactly what Liquid are going to do, because once again, we have the same sequence in terms of draft. So
will we see it? Will we see the same?
No, you can't. You can't Lone Druid into Death Prophet Bounty, man. That's...
It's literally the same issues.
You can say there's no Ember, you can say there's no Ember, no Witch Doctor.
No, but that's not... It's the concept of your draft, right? It's the fact that you never really make moves on the map. You just exist. You play for stacks. Your stacks will get invaded by, let's say, the Bounty in this situation will scout out. DP maybe with ult can come over. Like, there's so many... It's way too slow. You have to respect that.
You're overthinking it, though, as well. I have to say, I think Lone Druid... if you can kill him, he can't make any plays. But if he's that beast with Dezo, Mom, that just stands up front, or Basher, Mom...
What about a Koi for Razor? What about something that plays a little more powerful in the mid game? Because I get where you're coming from, but the way Secret are playing, it doesn't feel like they're going to allow him to just casually farm up 10,000 gold worth of items.
But they have that position again where they don't really have the stuns that they need. Like DP, move speed, Bounty, move speed, they move out the fight. Casual pop happened. Whew. But it's still like, as much as I kind of caught it, it's like, where's your stuns? How are you stopping these people just in and
I'll give you that. This is a sick co-op game, though. You crush the supports, you don't really care about the track.
And the task rotations on the mid lane, if they do come, you can really shut down the Death Prophet before she even comes online ever. And you don't have any saves coming from Team Secret, even though you don't need them as much with that Prophet. We discussed this before.
At least you benefit from the chakra as well. Like the double scream or double blink is really effective. If you had gone for something that couldn't utilize chakra, then Insania would just be hand-holding Mickey for most of this game.
So I think right now there's a lot of emphasis on this co-op having to have a good lane. You already know that the DP, I believe they can just flex this to the safe lane, pick up a mid hero. and then it's not going to be too hot. Maybe just like a casual DK type situation for Secret.
Dragonite, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, Dragonite. And then you have the same thing where Liquid outside of Quap, they need a hero that can make moves. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to have that issue where Secret just plays that 20-minute timing again. They get these like double glimmers. I was distracted as well. That's why I kind of peed it off. But you get the same point, right? It's like right now, Liquid need to pick a hero that can actually go. Otherwise, Secret, they just farm up their double support active items, be it the Ghost Scepters or the Glimmers or the Force Staff, depending on what the game is. And yeah. Equally distracted, Lizard, I won't lie.
Lycan from Team Secret.
Yeah, they banned it out. Nice.
What? They worry about the aggression as well. Yeah.
They need a hero to go, otherwise they have big issues.
I'm trying to see if there's any possibilities here. We got to imagine it's a boxy hero. So
Slaughter.
Are we going back to that?
I don't think you can.
No, they ban out the Ricky, right? But maybe like a Pango. I don't know if that's still banned actually, but that could be very good. Gives you at least a team fight part. But again, it's hard stun they lack. They want a.
Looks like I've got some
Alright,
Is that a Quap, a Bristle offlane now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, Bristle offlane with the Kotl or with the Rubik, it's alright. It's fine. Monkey as well gives you that tempo with the Queen of Pain early on. You have your Echo Dazzle build on him. Looks pretty solid.
In this position though, do you not just put like your bounty top into the Bristle lane? He's going to have fine time. DP goes bottom, plays, that's also somewhat fine. And now you pick up this mid hero that can deal with the Quap.
Is it just you need a vessel buyer? So it's really just Conqueror
Bounty
Voice
could
Spirit.
technically buy that on the Coro, right? He can just
That's
go
true.
phase vessel. I guess the issue right now is that Liquid will happily flex the Quap and Monkey to always match up the DP lane, I guess. They're not really too concerned about that, but
You wouldn't mind something with some scaling potential, but does feel like Secret need to match Liquid's mid game. Consider the team fighting is going to be a lot stronger now. You've got Sonic Wave, Coddle Ult, and MK Ult, whereas previously they just, Lone Druid Slider don't offer nearly the same amount of AoE. And at least you also have magical damage now.
Well, you did ask us, like, what was the replacement to Troll in that previous game? We're basically in the exact same position. The Troll-esque hero is what they need. Oh, they just go for the DK.
Not really the Troll-esque hero, but it gives you two of these cores that are very popular right now and gives you the push. It's also a hero that's good versus Quap. We called it earlier.
Yeah, we've...
The weakness of DK/DP is that without ultis they're not effective, but because of the bounty, now you're going to get the bonus gold from these cooldowns being utilized, helps them scale, and if they can maintain that item advantage...
You still can scale very well with Dragonite as well, right? It doesn't matter. In this matchup versus Monkey King, if they lane one against the other, which I guess Team Liquid is going to try and do, isn't that scary for Dragonite any longer. He used to suffer that pretty heavily, but with the max out Dragon Blood, with the recent buffs, you can still lane there.
I guess the question for Secret is, if they can actually force out maybe the wrong TP from Liquid with the bounty just running around the 10-minute mark, you can literally pressure any lane you want. DK one lane, DP the other. Like, they don't really have to commit anything to pressure an objective, and if they ever want to really pressure you, they can just obviously bring both together and it's going to fall.
I think this might just be the typical Quap game, all eyes on Koifa. If he dies more than twice, his team probably loses. If not, his team probably wins.
And Track dismantles that, so...
True that. Real fast, who's winning? Lizard?
Liquid.
Oh, sticking to guns. I'm going to go Secret again. Bounty fanboy.
Oh, all right. Well, we panel once again split and likely T-Gov again to be wrong. But before we get into game two, let's greet our casters, OD Pixel and Fogged. Please have some fun.
Thank you, Carl. And yes, we will. I mean, well, game one was certainly fun for Secret, not too much fun for Liquid. I mean, the question is, Fog, are Liquid going to have a bit of a better shot this game? Do you see this one being a little closer?
So we subbed out. Okay, let's see. We subbed out Death. We subbed out Ember and Troll for Death Prophet DK, and then on the other side, we subbed out Lone Druid and Slardar for Quap and Monkey King. And that's it. We have the 6 heroes saved from last game,
and
right?
Rubik for Yapso instead of the Witch.
Oh, well, yeah, Rubik instead of Witch.
I don't blame you for assuming that Yapso played Rubik last game.
I felt like he did. He did such a great job. So
he played that well, you know.
Yeah. Okay. This is an interesting one. I mean, Queen of Pain has been one of those heroes that has been just so dominant in pubs as well as these pro games. I think they could cause a lot of problems with the Quap. If like Taiga's able to make moves around with Koifa early on, they can definitely set up for some easy kills on the Death Prophet. But yeah, I kind of agree. I hate saying it. I kind of have to agree with Kyle. It's like eyes on Koifa a lot. It's like eyes on the Queen of Pain. If he ends up dying a couple times, he could be in a tough spot because there's actually a lot of disable on Secret and a lot of ways to address
We're
it.
at a 5v5 smoke on smoke around the river. Both teams running at each other. Who's going to back out first? He's trying to retreat. The shards are down. He's going to have to skill that level 1 Shadow Walk. Yeah, to make sure he doesn't get caught there.
Not the best to have that level 1, but made him skill shards as well, level 1 too, right? So a little bit of a trade-off. No tag team level 1.
Yeah, and at least
and
with
it looks like he can scout as well.
Yeah, exactly.
With the Shadow Walk, so he can see the lanes.
What's the lanes? Yeah, exactly. He's going to see Boxy and Insania go to top. And with that in mind, Secret can set up their lanes as they wish. And by the looks of it, it will be sending Nisha down to the bottom lane. Actually, no, that's not true. Sorry, Nisha is going to be in the mid lane with the tangos pulled through.
I think they're going to swap. I think they're going to try to get a read. I think they're going to try to put the Death Prophet versus the Monkey King and the DK versus the Quap, right?
Oh, you're right. And Secret are going to make the correct call with that.
Yeah, I think that's the plan for both sides.
I mean, hey, that level 1 Shadow Walk ain't looking too bad right now. Because it literally set up this whole ability to set the lane matchups for Secret.
And yeah, he's able to identify those. He gets to see Koifa's items as well. So immediately 100% that is a safe lane Queen of Pain with those. He even sees a courier again quickly. Got to watch out for that gun. Liquid, be careful. So yeah, lane's identified, and this should be a much better setup here for Secret, not having the DK in a 1v1 versus the MK in mid.
Now the question is, are Liquid going to... They are. McKay instantly into the trees, he's TPing down bottom.
Yep.
They don't want to play their sort of hand that Secret's trying to force them. They will react. The question is now, does Secret then react themselves?
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Yep, swap it back.
He's got a TP in a mid.
Hell yeah.
And Map2's got a TP himself. He'll stick around for a CS, make sure he doesn't miss out on any efficiency, and will come into the bottom lane via the outpost too. So Secret will be able to force the matchups that they wanted to get.
Cool. A little bit of just some quick switching around, but now both. I think Secret's happy. But Tubberman can die in the bottom lane. That is another thing too. Is it to Death Prophet now? He got the ranged advantage versus Mickey, but he can get collapsed upon. I think Puppy's probably the big saving grace though, because they've got ways to play around it with the Nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, the top lane, the only one that we didn't see anyone trying to switch around in. I mean, this is Zai. He's just got so much armor, right? He's not going to feel too much heat from the bristle, and he's going to be he's going to be farming fine on this top lane.
Yeah, he'll have less last hits or similar last hits, maybe just a few missing on top, but he'll get that gold back from the Janata poking onto Boxy over and over again. And we'll see Yapstor, he's just going to harass Insania. Looks like they're doing similar that we saw. I think they do this every time in their safe lane now. Like, look, Yapstor, level 1, just a little bit of XP for him. Zai, almost level 3. So they do this every game now that I've seen.
I mean, it's working. It's one of those things I wouldn't be surprised if we see other teams really take note of and start to do this. Not that other teams haven't been doing so, but definitely more across the board. The power of getting more cores at a higher level quicker than your opponent's is definitely felt, for sure.
Yeah. Insania getting pressured up top as well as Yapsor on the other side.
I mean, again, any sort of trade like this, Zai with that armor, he's going to be fine for the most part. And of course, he's going to win it out in terms of just the gold going between the teams. Every single time that passive's available, taking that money with the Janata hits.
And they've got great sustain because they're just both building up these stick charges over and over again. You see Boxy's actually out of regen, and Insania also out of regen. So the sustain game for Secret is already won up top. That war of attrition. We'll see those last hits start to catch back up because right now it is still Boxy leading that way. But now look at this. They actually have to run all the way back. That is... Well, I don't see people do that. But that is so painful. You have to walk back to base or walk to your courier.
Oh, I mean, you can come back to this lane, but I mean, if it's Zai's smiling all the way now. He knows that this lane is won. Effectively, being able to force back the two of them that much.
Now it gives Yapsor some freedom. Now he's like, okay, nobody's top. I can go check some stuff. It's a coddle. Go check those stacks. He's actually got a ward as well on him too, so he can put one down to at least keep tabs. That will be the case. And back to Lena now, level 4 on the Bounty Hunter.
Level.
Yep, so level 2. And he's got a full level advantage on Boxy.
Boxy trying to find what he can here from the camp, but Zai and Yaps are able to push him away from it. Having a look at these other lanes, Qualifier has got the slight lead in mid, 18 for 2 against the 15 for 1.
He's done a great job of just like harassing a lot because he went for started with the double mantle, so he actually just went for straight nulls rather than going for the bottle. So he actually has a decent amount more damage to harass with onto Nisha, but now Nisha does have those 2 points up and he's going for the soul ring, so that harassment no longer will matter. DD though, help him get those last hits.
And now we're looking down bottom. 21 on 4 on Map2, Mickey 20 and 2, so pretty even trade between the two sides.
Really important thing that Puppy's been doing this entire time is actually side pulling, because this is going to allow them to fix the positioning of the lane. And I feel like the only way Matumba Man actually dies in this lane is if he's too far close to the enemy tower, because then you get all that extra chase room for Mickey. So these pulls, look at this, the lane is in a godly positioning for them now. They don't have to worry about being chased from this aggressive duo that Liquid does have. And now this bounty rune is actually still here. Puppy's like, okay, another bounty rune in 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's a bit wild.
Yeah, right. I
you
actually
see
didn't notice either.
a bounty room fermenting for nearing 5 minutes. But it was. And Poppy's able to grab it. We'll see up top. A bit of a move here. Boxy trying to go for Yapso. He's got a lot of stacks up on him. Zai's going to help block him off a little bit. Boxy got to be a little careful falling as low as he is, but he has the salve prepared.
Oh, they both salved him, actually.
Zai is going to be able to cancel it with the shuriken. So Boxy will be kept low, and he is going to be shared a tango by Insania, but that is the final tango they do have up here.
Yeah, Insania actually salved Boxy as Boxy salved himself, so a little bit less of regen. Another dust, though, is available, Zai.
See if they can finish him off, Zai. He's got the 1 charges. Boxy just needs to poke once more. He should be able to find Zai. Zai's trying to hide. He's salving up on the trees. He's able to turn with the shuriken, but he will fall. Liquid finally able to get that first blood here as they take down Zai. Yapso also could be in a little spot of bother as Boxy and Insania stay on top, and he tries for the TP out. They don't have the burst to take him. As Yapso will live, but Liquid, a very important kill for them up top as well, as they were getting pushed out of it, but now, Boxy, he's really back in good shape. Throughout sort of the action, his farm has been great. He's been able to play to the neutrals. He's top CS at the moment in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was perfect. I love watching those type of battles where both all the players like understand so well the mechanics about it. So it's like they're both dancing. Like Zai, if he gets a hit off, maybe Boxy can die, and Boxy's playing just inching back and forth out of that range. Looks like they're trying to set up a kill on mid. They saw Nisha pop the DK form.
Well, do they have enough burst? They have got the Sonic Wave. Nisha, boundless strikes, and there it is. It's enough. Good move from Liquid to take down Nisha.
It's cool how they bring Mick it too. It's like they know DK form is popped. If they just bring enough tools, they can actually bail him out of that aggressive DK form that's coming out. And also, like, he didn't want to be bottom. It seems like Matu's actually bullied him quite a lot with Puppy. Matu already level 6 with treads. It looks like finished up. So really good start for that Death Prop in the side lane.
No, we'll
They're actually going to set up around him. Yeah, Nisha's going to play around Matu.
From Secret as well. There's the Nightmare. They do not have Dragon Tail skill, so it's not going to be anything to stop Quakefor from blinking off like that.
Zai will be just looking like he's just going to steal experience, it seems like, but he was spotted.
And trying to take what he can as well from this little bit of a stack that Insania has got going. Insania steps forward.
Kill Insania.
I was going to say, he stepped forward for this. Shuriken won't be enough. Insania does live. Sentries down, that's all Insania has to offer. They don't have any further detection, so Zai will be able to continue to run. Meanwhile, the brawl happening down towards the mid lane. Map2 going down there in response to the attempt for Tiger. So another good trade here for Liquid. Liquid, they are getting these very big early kills onto, well, now all 3 cores of Secret during the laning stage.
And it was... They killed the DK as soon as DK form was used, and Matumba Man actually had used Exorcism to chase forward that kill. Got killed instantly afterwards too, so some time that they will have to wait for at least those ultimates to be available. Zai continuing to be annoying versus Boxy. Mickey on the chase.
They've got the backup, Zai. He's got Shadow Walk up in a second, but he's already too low, and they're prepared with Dust as well. Another kill. Liquid being much more proactive this game and just sort of joining forces earlier on and taking out the cores. They're taking Zai out a couple of times now.
Yeah, and this time they have much more mobile cores to be able to respond to that with, right? The last time they were playing versus an Ember who was just moving around the map easily while they couldn't punish because Quakefor was a lone druid. Now this time around, Quakefor is a Quap. He can respond all the time. Same thing for Mickey. He's not on a Bristleback. He's on a Monkey King. he can make moves. Also, pointing out that Koikva did go 4 points in Shadow Strike. Didn't notice that till just now.
Yeah, that's a little interesting. What do you think the reasoning is for that this game?
I guess he just really wanted to be playing versus the DK, but this is going to hurt him so much in the next few moments, and he has a Coddle on his team to be refreshing his Scream of Pain. So this is a little bit weird to see, but...
Zai playing a little too aggro, as that is a third death upon him. Going underneath the tower there. I mean, he just wanted to steal some money, but they're able to punish him with sort of the death every single time he tries to go for it.
A bit of an interesting one. But yeah, 4-point Shadow. I'm assuming it's just because he wanted to just deal with the DK in the lane, but like I said, this is going to destroy Koikva's game in the next few moments. He has no farming tool now without 4 points in Scream, and he has a Coddle on his team, which usually is like the big one that refreshes it, as Map2 actually with the long TP.
He's got the Siphons. That Shadow Strike tick damage, obviously, with the max level, it hurts.
He's dead.
And it will get the job done.
If he can get kills, then fine, the Shadow Strike build will work. But yeah, his farming will be slowed down. So at least he's keeping those moves going. 10 minutes. Outpost 1 for 1. Bounties look like it should be a 2 for 2.
And McKay, meanwhile, is trying to farm up his Echo Saber in the mid lane. In this game, it is just a Zai that's starting to fall behind a little bit in terms of the cause because of these movements that have cost him his life a fair few times now in this first 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's just been more annoying this game than anything, just poking and giving information, and making them spend gold. I think that's the biggest thing. Like Insania has spent so much money on Sentries and Dust. Puppy mid.
Quick move in. He'll try and buy time with the Nightmare. Won't be able to save himself. TP comes in from Nisha. Secret are trying to chase, but Liquid, they're on the retreat. Zai beginning to get the tracks out. We'll be able to get in and take down Tiger's Courier. Liquid, they're here in full force, so unlikely the Secret's going to be able to do too much. Nisha has used the Elder Dragon form. But with the the tower defense boxing in Insania, there's very little that Secret can do to try and to push past that at this point of the game. So Liquid will be able to keep this tier 1 mid very, very safe right now, still sitting at almost full HP.
Koikva trying to pressure top as best as possible. We'll get tracked up for the meantime, but I think he's pretty much got the tower dead. Puppy actually having to Nightmare it, and Nightmare that catapult so we can get the deny successfully. Nicely done there by him. Yeah, we see those fights there. This time, Secret doesn't have the same potential of going for these type of trades, or chases, sorry, when they do TP into those towers, like into mid. DK does have the stun this time, but last game, every single time they went for those charges, they had an Ember who was slight chaining people and able them to just catch up and catch over and over again. This time, not the case with Death Prophet and the DK.
See around mid. As they're onto Koikva. So we'll be able to grab himself the blink, so has the potential for some setup himself.
Mm-hmm. Mick is getting pretty close to this Echo Saber. He's getting very farmed in this game.
Yeah, he's been able to find a good amount of space. Moving between the mid and the safe lane. Avoiding each time the focus of Secret when Secret are making moves together with this sort of Zai Yapsel lead-in. They will start to sweep down towards the bottom. Nisha's got the Elder Dragon form good to go if they want to try and push on round to the tier 2. But Mickey is already scouting things out from the tree line. Also has Tiger hidden on the back lines as well amongst him.
Not really much for Secret to gain down here, except like looking at the Yapsor kind of just reclaiming the outpost. He has Blink stolen, so he feels pretty safe to be able to play aggressively like this. Also playing around Nisha, that's probably why they're playing so aggressively down bottom. Puppy trying to get a grip on mid.
Tiger is going to come in with a TP, stepping forward and a punch up. Puppy getting nuked down low. They'll be able to turn the silence. Grip immediately. They're onto Koikva, but Koikva's going to be fine. He's able to blink out to safety. As Insania drops down the Ignis Fatus to put a stop to Secret's attempt. Secret do get Tiger, and they will be able to start pushing onto this tier 1 mid.
Scary for Koikva for a second there too. That's what we're talking about, is there's a lot of ways for them to address him, and just like a stun or a silence, and he could get brought down very easily. Boxy's going to step up here to try to defend this tower.
They're bringing TPs in. They want to try and put a stop to this Zai in the trees, scouting out the TP in front. Mickey getting the tracks out, but immediate dust is there. Zai is on the front lines. Liquid, they'll be able to run him down by the looks of it for sure. Mickey jumps forward with the Primal Spring. It's another death on Zai. Zai very much playing the role of sort of a sacrificial ward, just throwing himself into the lineup to give Secret the info. Most of the time, the info is just telling Secret to get out of there. And Zai, he can't do so in time. He's dying yet again. 0, 4, and 1.
I love how Liquid's responding. Just always bring... Boxy has to be there for all of them, but they're bringing everybody. When they see DK form and Exorcism used, now Secret are a bit weaker without these two. They're starting to fall off. Liquid trying to play this advantage, but maybe playing it a little bit too hard under a tower as all 5 are back.
Qualifiers going to be able to pull up a DD route. Down in the river, Insania. It's being chased, but a boundless strike from Mickey keeps his retreat safe. So Liquid 8 for 2. Net worth difference for the moment, less than 1k between them. It's another very close start, but you can definitely feel that the playmaking capabilities of Liquid's heroes this time round are doing so much for them.
Yeah, and
what Secret's trying to pull in. Secret's pushing with like this Exorcism, this Elder Dragon form, and they're not taking the towers. You know, this mid tower has been held yet again by Liquid, despite Secret trying to commit with these ultimates.
Yeah, Secret's trying to catch them off guard here. There's a play that's like they don't have ultis, so something that Liquid might not expect, but they're trying to play around this Blink Dagger that Nisha picked up very early on for his team. He can set up some aggressive plays with that one. But yeah, Liquid are aware. And yeah, this game, like I was mentioning, they have much more movement available for themselves. So as long as Boxy's parked and set up in an area, those 2 other cores can get there in no time from the Monkey King and the Quap.
Oh, bottom lane Insania, you know, sort of standard stuff. You know, he's a Coral, he's going to be pushing out lanes sometimes, and Secret will manage to catch him. TP's up to the top half of the map to see what they can catch here. Tiger, he's going to be spotted out by Zai. Oh, tried to use the shards to block him off, but ends up blocking himself in.
3-person track kill. A little bit of 120 gold bonus, or 80 gold bonus plus the extra for Zai.
I mean, that is the thing, if Zai does die, it doesn't matter. As long as he gets the tracks out and the team's able to get the money, Secret are going to be happy. Mid lane,
Will-O-Wisp.
Just Fadu's picking the 2 of them in. They'll turn on to Nisha. Nisha is getting burst pretty heavily there, even though he was the big old dragon. It didn't matter.
And App Store.
There's going to be 2 more kills for for Liquid. They're 10 to 4 now. They'll be able to take their tier 1. And Mickey maybe looking for more. Zai is scouting him out. Won't be able to chop the tree there with the Quelling Blade. They have the Fiend's Grip. Mickey, he needs help and he needs it fast. Quake's going to jump across, push Zai back. Puppey is now going to be focused. The Fiend's Grip is not enough damage to kill off Mickey. Mickey's able to get the boundless strike off, take him down. It's another
Matu's
kill
here.
for Liquid. Map2, he's cleaned up 1. Can he clean up anything more? The rest of his team have all died. It's only Map2 left alive as Boxy starts heading straight towards him, knowing how vulnerable Map2 is right now. There is an outpost, so TPs can come in as Secret respawn. Map2 turning with the siphons onto the 2 of them. He's keeping himself alive for now, buying time for Yapzor to connect. Fade Bolt to the face of Insania. They will kill the Kotal, and Map2 will manage to survive.
Very thankful for Secret that Matu's at least able to get Mickey, but still a good chase forward by Liquid. Again, over and over again, they've got great ways to chase and progress their fights from one kill into another, a little bit better than Secret does in a lot of these scenarios because of those high mobile cores. Why we're seeing them being so popular now.
You know, Kyle and the panel, they talked about sort of the importance of Quake's game, and you know, Quake, he's been playing at top notch right now. 6-0-2 on the Queen of Pain. No sort of awkward deaths on his movements every single time. He's getting involved very safely. Down bottom, Zai will find the setup for a track kill. Tiger's been found in the trees. More money for Secret going their way. One of the reasons why it's 12-7, but the gold's even. Zai has been doing his job despite the dying in terms of just getting the tracks out, making sure that Secret are able to keep that gold even.
And he also just, you know, Invisible Impact, you force the supports to buy a lot more Sentries and Dusts, so you see Insania is very poor because of that, just that naked Tranquil Boots.
And we'll see in mid if Secret are tempted to try and push on for this tier 1. Boxy will show himself.
They got their ults ready.
Zai's just sweeping up the river, seeing what information he can get for the squad.
Matu definitely feeling quite a bit stronger now too with this plate mail on top of a Yule's too. Has a couple of ways to play around all that burst damage that can't come out. Nisha's still very fragile though, as we've seen. Even though he's a DK, he dies very fast. He's building toward that halberd, which will help a bit, but so what the next point of call is going to be for Secret.
As yeah, you can imagine they really want to do away with this tier 1 mid. But Liquid, so far, they have been persistent in holding and not allowing Secret to take this. Again, Qualifier and Tiger, they're sitting themselves mid, knowing that Secret very much want to play around this area. Pings are coming out in the tower, and Secret start to move up to the high ground once again. Nisha on the side will be able to get the jump with a blink immediately on top of Tiger. Fortification has come out. We'll see if Liquid want to try and hold this yet again. This time they may just let it go. Insania attempts to step forward. It will be able to pull them back with the Ignis Fastest. In fact, Boxy is coming in from the side, so again,
it gets stolen.
Liquid, they're pushing Secret off the tower. See if Yapsol's able to find a situation to use it and turning this one around. Tracks start to get laid out onto Boxy and Insania. Jump forward again with the Blink Dagger. Nisha's been able to close the gap onto Boxy. They've got the Siphon as well. Boxy being the focus, but he's tanky. He's able to turn. The Wukong's command is down. They go with the Boundless Strike onto Zai. Zai being slowed up in the ult. Will be able to crawl his way out of it. So the Wukong's command not able to do much more than give Zai a bit of a tickle on the way out.
They seemed that was a very defensive Wukong's. I didn't think Boxy was in that much trouble at all when he was being chased there either. So I guess maybe he thought something else was going to catch him the side. Nisha tried to get that initial jump onto Qualifier there. If Qualifier gets jumped, he's probably dead there since the Tuska's already dead. But yeah, Boxy, he has to be there for those pushes. He has to be in position every single time to slow those down. As Qualifier finds himself a solo kill.
Yeah, the poor old supports aren't going to have too much fun out on the map with Qualifier hunting with his Orchid complete. The easy kills for the taking. Mid lane, obviously, after that skirmish, they did lose that tier 1, so Secret were finally able to open that mid section of the map. Now inside the jungle, though, Mickey and Qualifier, they are hanging around. Yapso attempts to pull him off the tree there with the Ignis Fastest, but he's out just in time. Mickey will be able to get out of range of it. That was a close one.
That's scary, though. Yeah, that's really quite terrifying. His Doc now will look to get brought down. The Orchid.
Qualifier keeping his game as clean as he needs to. 8-0-2.
And he's got Bow too on top. Bow plus Orchid always was really nice. I love the combo of that magic resistance plus that little bonus damage you get.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's an excellent item to find on the co-op. Secret smoking up. Last time they were able to get a good fight going with Nisha being able to find the initiation with this Blink Dagger. Now with the completed Halberd, he can really put a stop to Liquid's attempts to turn any sort of fight that Secret get going.
They can't get Boxy, though.
Boxy is a tough target. They need a lot of heroes for this. They are going to bring Zai down, and Nisha, he's going to go for the easy ones on the back lines. Immediately jumps past Boxy, goes towards Insania. Insania will be able to knock him back with Blinding Light, forcing Nisha to spend more time trying to kill him if he wants to. But in fact, Nisha is going to turn back over towards Boxy, because they brought Boxy down to half HP, but the rest of Liquid's in. Boundless Strike out onto the 2, and then Qualifiers ready to join the forces as well. Ignis Fastest pulling in Puppey. Puppey will be the first focus. They bring down the Bane. Tracks are out onto all 4 of them. Nisha still trying to move across, and Boxy, he is low.
Matu's starting to come too.
Getting in front of him, Nisha trying to kill him off. Nisha goes forward for Boxy, will be able to bring him down with a brief fire, but now he's stuck in the Wukong's command. Another tracks out Matu, stepping up with the Siphon. Mickey, he's in trouble. He's getting sucked down by the Siphon of Matu. As Matu, he can look for more with this remainder of the exorcism. Liquid's got to be a bit careful how they poke at this. Boxy has fought back for this attempt. Tiger into the snowball he goes. He rolls over towards Matu. Sonic Wave will push them back, but Tiger goes down. There's a buyback again from Liquid, bringing Tiger in this time. Nisha, he goes straight for the TP out. So does Matu. They know there's nothing else to cancel them. As Secret, they'll get everyone out, apart from Zai, but nobody's surprised about that. You know, this is one of those games where Zai, he just plays sort of the dying role. And you know what? It's working out for Secret, because now they're 3k ahead. That was Liquid using 2 buybacks just to sort of get Zai at the end of that fight. The other 2 cores of Secret, Nisha and Matu, they both managed to escape.
Yeah, they did such a good job of just stalling the Bristle over and over again with that Fiend's Grip, and they don't have Spirit Vessel. I actually thought they had Spirit Vessel because of how fast he was dying in the initial Gone on him. But he gets brought down low, and then reinforcements come. That's the big one. Matu is able to get there, and he has a full Shivas on top of an Essence Ring too, a fortunate item for a Death Prophet. He joins in that fray, and then the fight's just too hard for Liquid.
Liquid, they're trying to go for this Roche. They do need
Nice
this.
shards.
They did use 2 buybacks. If they can get the Roche, the buybacks will have been worth it. But Secret, they're just going to fight this. They're moving with the silence onto Boxy and Qualifier. Boxy getting brought down low again. Map2, he just seems to be too strong for them. He's running them down. Boxy's been left behind. The snowball will buy him some safety as Tiger takes him up to the trees. But indeed, Qualifiers been found. Nisha, he's going to have Blink back up in a few seconds. They will be able to get the urn on him. So Nisha cannot blink him for more. He still might be able to find the Dragon Tail onto Tiger as he tries to chase him. Get the lift up, drag back as well into track range. Nisha's going to have Blink up in a second, and he's going in past the tier 2. He does not care. He's incredibly tanky right now in the DK. They take down Tiger. It's another track kill for Secret, as they're now beginning to build that gold lead. Roshan sits at half HP. If Secret do want to head into here, Map2, he's going to have Exorcism back up in 25 seconds as well. So Secret, they're still very strong to take these objectives. And with that last fight down bottom, Liquid buying back, not really being able to win the engagement, then trying to go for Roche, not being able to get Roche.
Mickey.
Liquid's game is taking a big hit right now.
Puppy, he read his play. He found him in the tree with the courier.
A Secret, we sort of saw this in game 1 around the 15-minute mark. It was as if sort of Secret as a lineup, they just turned themselves on and bam, everything was looking to be played at the highest of levels. We're now getting to that point here in game 2. It seems that something just happens, something snaps, and suddenly every move that Secret makes is just that much better than Liquid's. And Liquid, they just start to look a little lost.
Yeah, and now they're playing with all this aggression into like no BKBs because Koipa is he's getting kind of close to it, but Mickey went for the Desolator too, and now these disables and these silences are gonna just put that much more work. It's a level 18 Death Prophet. Koipa, anything, if he gets hit by anything, right, like a silence, any type of disable, he's just dead now at this point.
I mean, we had the official numbers from Kyle. It was 2 deaths, and the game is over. This could be that second one that Kyle foresaw, as they'll have the silence after this. There we have it. That is the 2 deaths. As Kyle has spoken, he said that was it. Maybe he said more than 2 deaths, so maybe there's another death in it. I think he maybe said more than 2, so he's got one more chance, Qualifier, but if this clock goes down again, the Oracle has spoken. We'll see. It's a 9k lead now for Secret.
And now YapzOr with the stolen blink. Is he going to be able to find Insania here? Is there backup? Nisha's got a blink and a stun.
Oh, very nicely jumping over the Illuminate.
And now they're just cruising.
It's almost
10k
as if
gold lead.
You know, Secret, they enjoy giving you the feeling of, hey, you guys got a bit of a chance, and then they're like, no, you haven't. Because they're just relentless in the way that they fight now at this point of the game. Going in onto Boxy, a buyback will come out from Insania, trying to save him. They will be able to push him back. Again, Mickey trying to get the ult going, but he's been chopped off the tree. The tree's been taken out. He cannot commit with the Wukongs quite yet. He goes with a boundless strike. They could still try something with the ranged Insignis Vardis, but it comes to an end. The tier 3 getting hit down low. Now, we'll be able to push Secret back. But these defenses, they seem to be getting weaker and weaker. Secret's strength only growing as the items continue to fly out, whilst Liquid, they're starting to struggle immensely in keeping up in farm on their cores. You see both Nisha and Matsuma Man nearing sort of 4k ahead of anyone else in the game right now.
And they're just going to keep running at them. They're not going to give them any space to catch up either, because there's it's only like 20-second downtime now for them. Exorcism, I believe, I don't know if it was popped with an Arcane Rune, maybe it was, but he's only got 15 seconds left on that one, DK farm as well, so they're ready to fight. Just keep Liquid trying to trap in their base, don't let them farm and finish up that BKB that they really need on Koifa so he can actually play as he gets jumped.
This is the 3rd death. The snowball, it will save him for a little bit. Silence was already used, so Qualifier, I think, should be able to blink out. He will. There's nothing else to catch him. He'll hold on to his life for just a little bit longer, as the Orb will manage to remove that vessel. They're pushing on those Secret. This tier 2 will be theirs. Mickey trying to find what he can with a split push. Desperately trying to get that BKB done. He needs it for the defense. Without that BKB, Secret, they can chain stun him so well.
Yep. Exorcism at the ready. They're pushing. You see them trying to desperately push out top here with Mickey. Same thing for Qualifier, probably pushing bottom to finish the BKB. Boxy's just going to try to be that rock that holds the high ground here.
There we go. Another tier 3 just being taken, with Liquid seemingly unable to to have any sort of answer to this. Their full lineup is alive, but they're just not able to fight Box. Mickey, he just doesn't want to get involved until that BKB's there. But that's going to mean they're losing these racks.
Yeah,
I mean, they have backdoor
he knows
protection.
he can't fight without it.
But now the creeps come back in. Tiger gets turned towards the Silent Sound and Boxy and Tiger. The Wukong's command is down. He throws out a boundless strike looking for Matuma Man, but Matuma Man is so darn tanky he's able to easily walk out of the ult. A Secret can happily wait that out, move in with the next wave if they want to do away with this melee rack sitting at just under 300 HP. They'll find it. They come back in. They finish off the objective. And Liquid, they're just not ready to put a stop to it. Boxy trying to have a bit of a poke on to Nisha, but quickly with the halberd. Any attempt from the Bristle is put to a halt. Now turning over towards Map2, but you're just not putting a dent into this Death Prophet. Map2 with the armor that he has. Just far too big right now. They are chasing. That Nasal could bring Map2's armor down a little bit, but Boxy, he's gone pretty deep for this. They just turn, they kill him off. And that's Boxy dead for 80. He doesn't have buyback. Qualifiers going to try and come forward, but Nisha, he picks up a double kill, taking out Insania. And now Qualifier and Tiger, they've got to get out of here. There's Qualifier. He has the BKB. The grip is there, and that is the third death. 3 deaths on the Queen of Pain, and the game will be over, Carl said. And he couldn't have been more accurate by the looks of it, this game, Fogters. This one, it's looking pretty done.
It really is. I mean, they don't call him the Kyle for nothing, as he definitely was right with this one in Secret. These guys are, I mean, Secret's just scary. Liquid throughout this whole tournament has been turning up. I think they were on, what, like a 6 or 8 game win streak coming into this match.
They had an incredible run, yeah.
And now Secret, I mean, Puppy came here with a plan. He's like, you know what? Bane, I'm picking Bane both games. I'm gonna make it look real good. Now other teams are gonna start picking Bane. Same thing with Witch Doctor. No, he definitely, like, being honest, Puppy looks like he came with a plan versus what Secret was, or with what Liquid was usually drafting. And it's seeming to work super well for them, the way that they're moving around the map. And it looks a little unorthodox, but at least, I mean, this one looks a little bit more normal. Last one looked a bit more unorthodox, but...
This game looking incredibly hard for Liquid to turn. I mean, the sort of final chance is when they do have the 2 BKBs, obviously, but I mean, he had his last fight, didn't matter. Obviously, down to the Fiend's grip, holding him down through that magic immunity. Mickey didn't quite have his. It will be there in a creep wave or so, but even then, you've got to sort of ask yourself, where does the capability come to take down Nisha, to take down Matuma Man? Both of these heroes are so insanely tanky. You know, Nisha, 3k HP, 39 armor with this AC. You just can't see it happening.
No, and Matumba has a heart now coming out in the courier in a moment. He's almost finished with it. On top of that Essence Ring that we talked about earlier, that's a very fortunate item to have on the Death Prophet.
Well, here we go, Liquid. This could be their final attempt at getting something going. They're coming out with the smoke, trying to catch Secret off guard. Secret go for the smoke themselves. Anisha, he just jumps straight in, goes in with the Dragon Tail stun onto Tiger. The silence as well. The Fiend's group holding up Boxy. Qualifier jumping in with the BKB. The Ignis Fardus is laid down, pulling in both Matu and Zai, but already they've lost Insania. They've lost Boxy and Tiger. The 2 buybacks coming out from them. They turn over towards Puppy. Puppy able to keep himself alive with the Nightmare. Mickey, he's in trouble. He's silenced. The BKB comes to an end, and so does his life. Triple kill for Matuma Man. Ultra kill for Matu, as they all die to the ghost, and GG is called. Map2, he's hoping to come across and at least pat this up with a rampage before the game ends. Will they let him get it? They won't.
Nisha takes
the kill, and he's not able to get it with the GG being called as it was.